that I always hear at these meetings is the USASF needs to, the USASF needs to do this and that and so forth. But one of the things that we have done as an organization that is putting us in the right direction is this athlete membership thing. I mean, the USASF can't really do anything unless we have accountability for our kids in some type of a system that we can regulate where they are and how long they've been there and their birth certificates and all that stuff. And our industry is growing faster than we can keep up with it. And for us to have finally, I mean, I've only been doing this for about 3 years with the USASF actively, but we finally got to the point where every one of our kids is going to have to be a member of the USASF next year. Do y'all realize how big of a step in the right direction that is? I mean, how many of you guys right here have all of your kids in your gym that are USASF members? There's like 4 or 5 hands raising. That's a big deal, you guys. Next year, every one of us is going to be raising our hands. And our athletes will be accountable for it. And the reason I mention that now is because we say the USASF needs to do this and that. We are the USASF. We are the ones that have the voice in this. We are the ones that are being criticized when we do these unethical things. So it's our neighbors, our friends, and so forth. But at this point in time, my plea with everybody is go look at your own profile on the USASF website. You will probably, if you haven't looked at it, you'll probably be embarrassed to see that you don't have a biography on there, you don't have your teams listed. These are things that we've got to do as gym owners to show that we're looking for direct or some policing from the USASF. We're looking for policing, and we're not willing to do our part and register our athletes. So now the USASF is going to make us register our athletes, which is good kick in the butt for most of us anyway. But at the same time, you know, we are going in the right direction. And all of these things that we've talked about today, they're awesome. I mean, I love coming to these meetings and hearing all of these different suggestions and so forth. And they just make, you know, like, I like your legal thing. That was really good. I mean, there's all these things that are outside of our industry that we are forced to use right now because the USASF does not have the leg to stand on to police these things. Whereas, you know, all of our efforts here today, they're going to be put to use only if we get our athletes registered, right? And that's the only way to track any of this. So, I mean, I do have to say that in compliments to our organization, we've finally gotten to the point where everybody understands that we have to have our athletes registered. And that's a big step in the right direction. So get them registered now. I mean, if you're not registered, show your support.
Any other topics I want to bring up?